As we see this risk off, one other thing that we are watching is Bitcoin moving lower. But of course, we had seen a rally for a while in crypto. And leaked documents show the crypto exchange FTX grew its revenue by 1,000% during the crypto craze. The numbers seen by and reported by CNBC are a rare glimpse under the hood of the privately held business. Joining us now to discuss is Yahoo Finance's David Hollerith. I mean, that was the salad days, I guess, but that feels like a long time ago, David.
Yeah, Julie, that's a good way to put it. You know, the leaked financials that came out on Saturday from CNBC show that FTX grew a lot from 2020 through 2021. The financials show a lot less about how FTX fared in the second quarter of this year, which obviously has been very rough for crypto assets. In terms of growth, you know, it's a lot of stuff that we've sort of known about FTX, which is that about 2/3 of their revenue comes from futures and options trading fees. So again, FTX is a global exchange. They have a U.S. subsidiary, but they don't operate futures and options trading in the U.S. And that's obviously been a big point that they've wanted to move forward with on a regulatory front. The spot market, which a lot of times when retail investors are thinking about cryptocurrencies, they're thinking about just buying or selling a crypto in the spot market. That's about 16% of FTX's revenue. So again, this is what we're looking at as like a business that is much more for sophisticated traders and institutions, for example. But that being said, you know, it has been pointed out by some analysts that more sophisticated trading and institutional investors are sort of the people who are jumping into or staying in the crypto markets right now. Retail has been picking up a little bit, but more or less has been on the sidelines since the beginning of Q2. And, you know, now as we're in Q3. I think some other things to point out is just that FTX spent about 15% of revenue on advertising and marketing in 2021. And that, of course, included their high-profile endorsements from Tom Brady and Gisele Bündchen, as well as their ads with Larry David for the Super Bowl. So that all sort of goes to show how much money they put into this. Interestingly, I'll point out, too, that FTX US also sort of got a cease and desist letter from the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation on Friday, and this was sort of a wrist slap for them, for the corporation, FDIC, sort of accusing them of misrepresenting whether or not their crypto accounts were backed by the Federal Deposit and Insurance Corporation. And this looked more like a miscommunication from FTX US, the US subsidiary. But then again, it sort of doesn't look good and sort of created more uncertainty. And so that came out right before the leaked financials showed up.
Hey, David, while we have you, $5.3 million worth of Bored Ape NFTs. These NFTs are at risk of being liquidated as the floor prices of the collections tumble. This is all according to a report from CoinDesk. What more color can you add to this for us?
Yeah, well, one thing I can point out is that as of about 43 minutes ago, a lot of the problem has been happening, or not the problem, but this potential massive liquidation event for, this top shelf NFT collection is happening on a lending protocol called BinDAO. And about 43 minutes ago, they proposed sort of making changes to the protocol that might potentially either lead to a forced liquidation of these assets or, change the rules. But more or less, NFTs are a very new segment of the crypto market, and NFT lending is an even newer segment of the NFT market. So what we have here is sort of something that has not really been tested or has seen a lot of market use. But that being said, if there is a forced liquidation event for these Bored Ape NFTs, it is definitely looked as a fire sale for NFT investors who might be interested in getting them at cheaper prices. So again, the context here is that the Bored Ape NFT collection has fallen about 24% in the last 30 days, and they're worth about $105,000 in Ether as of now, and they're at sort of an eight-month low, so 67 Ether. So every NFTs are very cheap, even the most popular collections as of now. It might get cheaper.
David Hollerith, always good to see you. Talk to you soon.